Who are you?
All right, so trail name's Tater.
Tater, where you from?
From Portland, Oregon.
All right. What's your favorite food out here? What's your favorite trail food?
So far right now, I like top ramen noodles with chopped up bell pepper and a little bit of hot sauce.
You carry the bell pepper with you?
I
Or you
do.
got, oh, nice.
Yeah. Gotta eat them quick or they go bad, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good meal. How often do you eat that? Is that your go-to?
It's maybe every other night.
Really? Yeah, all right.
Every other night, every 2 nights.
What about like junk food? Is there a bar or something that a day cannot pass without eating something?
Gotta have Oreos.
Oreos,
Good
yeah.
cookie. Crackers, Pop-Tarts are another favorite of mine, a good breakfast.
Yeah.
But I gotta have the
Favorite cookie is the Oreos. Mine too, man.
Oh.
Actually, can I see that? Do you want us to show me
Oh,
those
yeah.
Oreos? Because tell a story here. There's not
Apparently,
only hikers eating here.
There's a squirrel running around. Apparently, he's got a taste for Oreos as well. And got in there, and looks like he got maybe almost a full one.
Yeah, he got a better part of a cookie.
Yeah. Lucky day for a squirrel.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, man. Hey, everybody. I figured since I had some time here at Kennedy Meadows, I could share a couple of, I guess a couple of the recipes of the cooking, I guess, or the uncooking that I do out here. And I'm excited to share today is one of the staples of my journey so far on the PCT. Surprisingly good, cold soaked. Don't need much to make it, and it doesn't take but just a minute or two's time when you know what you're doing. So, pleased to show off taters and Spam, a classic combination. And so far, like in the desert, this has been a really nice one, cold. Endless combinations you can do with this. The different flavors of potatoes, or the meats you can put in, tuna or chicken. Spam is my personal favorite. There's some fancier pouches of meat you can buy, spare ribs and all that kind of stuff once in a while. Sounds good, I think. This is a basic one, real quick, one of my favorites. I'm pleased to share it. So let's see here. I guess all we need is those Spam and the potatoes, a little bit of olive oil, and some water. This one here is, it's a little bit too big to fit in the Talente jar. So I usually try and cook this one in just a bag. Cleaner the better. And for whatever reason, I found the order that you do this, it kind of makes a difference. So I always start by putting the water in the bag. I put the potatoes in first and then dump the water into it. It doesn't quite mix up as well. And I don't know why that is, but it is. So we'll start by adding the water. Usually, I guess, I just kind of eyeball it. I don't measure. But with the Talente jar, you can also use that if you're the measuring type. And water up to that little eye, or the little spoon up on the top. Kind of like right up on the top of that is what I use. Since we're doing the show, we might as well measure it, huh? So, I don't know, about like that. About 2 cups, I guess, of water. Put that into the bag. Ooh. Spam. Gotta show you something with the Spam before I proceed. Showed you before in some other videos, but the Spam you can actually cut in the package if you have these full ones before you open it, and it makes adding it a lot easier. Just kind of crease it with your thumb, little pinch with your thumb and your forefinger. And you make that little crease in there. And you just drop down a little bit, another crease, and across. So I made about 3 little creases in the package, and I'm gonna turn it and make 3 or 4 this way. Just by doing that, you really can't see much difference in the packaging from the outside, but inside it's all broke up into the chunks. So when I dump it in, it'll just break apart a whole lot easier. So I do that first. So from here out, timing is kind of critical, I guess. So we'll start, dump all the potatoes in. Zip the top. I kind of pinch it like this to mix it up. You can kind of see the chunks in there, and they kind of hole up in the middle if you don't pinch in there, I do that for just a few seconds. Kind of got it mixed. Open up my Spam, and I'm gonna drop that in. Good stuff. All right. Drop it into the bag. Give it another little pinching. Now, after about a minute or so time, it starts to thicken up, kind of gets like a pudding about the time you add the Spam, and it'll start to thicken a little bit more as I wait. I add the olive oil after a minute or so. Sometimes I found like if I add the olive oil too early, then it kind of like coats over the potatoes and they don't hydrate with the water so well. So I always add that at the end. Every dinner, you gotta have olive oil. Oh yeah. So just a good splash. Like that. Kind of see it in there. Voila! That's all there is to it. Just fold the bag. So there we go. It doesn't look like much, but it tastes really, really good. And it doesn't take but just a couple of minutes to make and put into your belly. You want to have a quick meal? This is it. A lot of good calories, good for you too, I think. But definitely one of my go-tos out here so far on the trail. Look at that. Goodness. That one's a good one. I like it. It's probably like 900 calories or something. So a chocolate bar afterwards gets you to the 1,000. And that makes for a good dinner. Clean up is a breeze. Delicious meal. So when it comes to food out here, the one thing that I eat every single day, I think, is the payday bar. Nothing better. I think every single day on trail I've eaten a payday bar or two. Sometimes the big ones, sometimes just the regular size, but not the chocolatey ones. Those are no good. But they're resistant to the heat in a way that every other candy bar is not. Snicker bar is real good, and I do love those. They got a special place. But when it's hot, man, they're just messy. Payday bar, you avoid all of that. And this is the one thing that every single day I eat one of these. I do love them. So, if I'm gonna talk about trail food, payday bar, in there, every time, every food bag, every day. So who are you guys?
I'm Pink Lemonade from the Netherlands.
I'm Johnny Walker from Scotland.
Love it. What's your favorite trail food, you guys?
Oh, for me, it's got to be ramen.
Yeah?
Ramen.
What about them? What do you do to it, man?
Some tuna. We've been taking little bags of bell peppers. I've got a couple of little spice bottles, so I've got some curry powder, some Cajun powder with me.
Curry's good.
Yeah, yes, chop that up, put all that in, mix it all up. That's good for me.
Snickers.
Snickers?
Every morning.
What about in the desert when they're hot? Do you?
Oh yeah, but that's why I usually eat them in the morning.
In the morning? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Solidifying
Very
it.
good strategy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like at what point of day is it? Like by noon, it's too late
Oh,
probably
yes.
for a Snicker
Yes.
bar. All right.
That's it.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
7 a.m. stuff.
All right. What do you eat for breakfast?
For me, it's probably a payday.
Payday?
Yeah,
Is it?
payday or some Nutri-Grain bar or something like that.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
They're quite nice when we find them, if they're not crushed up after putting them in a bag. But
Is there something that you eat every town or just? What's that? Say it loud, man.
Big steak.
Yeah.
Big steaks. If it's not in a restaurant, then Kohler will do them on a barbecue. Tater is a trail name.
All
Still
right.
pizza
big.
for me.
Pizza?
Yeah, with lots of vegetables.
One of my favorite meals out here is this. pretty much oatmeal breakfast. But not like the little packets that you buy. This is a good one. It's a breakfast meal, though I don't usually eat them for breakfast like right away. I wake up, I get coffee and a Pop-Tart or a honey bun, and about the time I hit the first water or take a break in the morning is when I mix this up and eat it. And I don't know, I think it was about 1,000 calories or so. Good energy. So to make it, do it ahead of time. I take 1 cup of oats, the rolled oats or old-fashioned oats, whatever you can get, just not the instant ones. And take a cup of that. I take a half a cup of walnuts, the best, my favorite, and half a cup of raisins. And I put that into a bag, and I put in a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar, and that's it. Seal it up. You can put a whole bunch of these in your food bag. They're kind of heavy, I guess, but they're really good energy. I love them. Pretty much just the oatmeal breakfast. So I'll show you what I do with this. Oats. Jar. Bags I roll up. I save these because they don't take up much space. They don't weigh nothing. When I get into town, you don't always have to buy them. And I guess it's better for the environment and stuff too because you use less bags. But I'll save it, and when I make these breakfasts again, I'll put them probably in here. Sometimes it's couscous or beans or whatever, but the more flavors you got, the better it is, and things mix all together like that. So I'll put water. Try not to top the pile that I have. I kind of bring it up close to the top, and then when I shake it, it gets everything wet. Otherwise, it's kind of soupy. Those walnuts in there and the raisins, all sugar crusted. All right. I just brought it up to just about the level of the oats. It's kind of what I shoot for. Just a personal preference. And this, you could eat it right away if you want. Sometimes I try and let it sit. So if I come up on a water source in the morning and I'm ready to take a little break, dump what I have in here, get this cooking, and then pump some water. Come back and it's ready to eat. Just shake it all around. If you wait a couple minutes, it's better, but no need to. All right. You can see, that goodness in there. This is it's so simple, and really one of my favorite. That's really good. Oh, look at that. What's your name?
Undefeated Mike from East LA.
Nice. And what's your favorite trail food out
Honestly, I would say one of those Shin ramens with some PB, and they got a spicy Thai tuna. If I can put all those together in one night, I'm a happy camper.
That's the best meal?
Yeah.
What about like snacks and stuff during the day?
Snacks, paydays all day. They don't melt.
Payday, yes, yes. Snicker bar's got a season, I found,
Yeah.
but payday.
Oh man, they're year round.
Yeah,
There you go.
I eat one every day, man. Awesome, thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
One last thing to leave you with. If these recipes that I'm sharing, if they don't sound very good, it kind of depends on the time and the place that you have them. If you're really hungry and you're out here in the mountains, they are extra delicious. If you're at your home and living in the comfortable, civilized world of delightful flavors and all sorts of stuff, they might not be the best. But they all have good calories. They all keep you hiking. And that's what we're out here doing. So it's all good. So I hope you enjoy. If you do try some at home, you're very brave. Good luck.